My name is Matthew Mtale. I'm a founder member of ZAMBIA Foundation. We founded ZAMBIA Foundation to do consulting in marketing and business project management. It's very, very important to know as small medium enterprise that marketing and project management are cardinal to any business whatsoever. So today, as we've been doing so many other presentations based on marketing and business project management, we are looking at communication skills as the cardinal point for all organization. Doesn't matter whether small, big, medium, communication skills is very, very important. So let's look at the overview of communication skills that we've outlined today. Every good communicator stresses on the importance of listening, because they know listening is important as you keep communicating to the second person. If the second person can't listen and respond back, then you know it's not an easy thing to do, but you'll be working on until you polish it. So we're looking at communication so that two parties are able to understand and give feedback. So with this basic lesson, let us listen more to enhance our communication skills. It's very important. Let's look at the first point that I'm going to look at is practice makes perfect. This is a pretty old but can take you a long way. This statement I just used, practice makes perfect. I remember using this thing when I was like 7 years old, 10 years old. I always, practice makes perfect. Of course it makes perfect. It's like rehearsing. Practicing, rehearsing makes everything perfect. So it's important to understand this, that in communication, the more you practice, the better you become. The next point I'm going to look at is how we can coordinate the body and the words we are using. Like the way I'm talking to you, you can see my gesture, you can see my posture, that reflect what I'm saying. So coordinate the body and words is very important. This includes gestures, it includes the overall postures to reflect what you are trying to communicate to the other person or to the other party. Very important to understand body coordination, body language. The next one is maintain your eye contact. This is very important because when you look at somebody and talk to somebody like this, deliver a specific point. And eye contact has a great value. Should know that it shows you are honest and sincere. People tend to believe you more than anybody else who is talking anyhow all over the place. So remember to put your eye on the recipient or on the person you are trying to communicate to. The next thing is how to speak clearly, how important it is to speak clearly. Make a speech balanced and the audience can listen clearly. What I'm trying to say is, whenever because this is also cardinal, you cannot speak in your own language and expect the recipient to understand what you are saying. So you have to be as simple, you have to be as direct, you have to be somebody who can easily communicate to anyone from ground up, and be clear in whatever you're trying to communicate. That is it. Speak clearly. The next point we are going to look at is engage the audience. How do you engage the audience? Communicate in a particular manner that everyone would like to talk to you even after you've spoken to them. Others will be attracted. Oh, he spoke so well. They will come back to you. Oh, I heard you speak clearly. It was so nice. We heard your speech. It was nice speech. So it's important to engage the audience. The next thing is be a listener yourself. That's one very important skill under communication skills. Be a listener yourself, because if you become a listener, it's easy to look at who is listening to you, because you understand the etiquettes of listening. So it makes you understand what makes people listen. Then you make people listen, and listen makes you a great communicator. Listening prepares you to answer questions clearly. Remember that. And the next topic, point I would like to talk about will be telling stories, storytelling. It's important when you're trying to communicate to others. There's nothing more important than telling a story. It can be a meaningful story with very good examples, and people will tend to understand you more than maybe anybody else who's just talking to you. Storytelling. Then the other point I'm going to look at is allow people to participate in whatever you're trying to do. If you want them to understand exactly what you are teaching them, allow them to participate. Be that friendly person. Don't get offended easily. Nothing can prove your authenticity than questions and answers. It is very, very important to understand this, to allow your audience, to allow your participants to be part of your discussion, to be part of your anything you're trying to do, so that it becomes easy for them to assimilate information that you are trying to deliver to them. The next thing is you have to understand how to polish your communication skills. That differentiates you from mediocre conversations. So when you polish, you want to be straight to the point. You want to make sure the other second person listen to you. So it's important to look at polishing. Important. Then the other point I want you to know again is you can be good at the communication skills if you use humor. Humor is used to sell your stories. It helps in impressing listeners. It validates your stories. It's very important again to understand. At times you can use humor, at times you cannot use. Learn when to use humor and learn when you cannot use humor. So all those are very important in the communication skills. Then another point I want you to look at is be positive. You and me, we should understand that being positive is very important in communication skills. This comes with a great smile, attitude. People should feel comfortable and motivated when they are listening to your speech. Wear that great attitude and smile. It's very important. Okay? Then what I would like to say is all this that I've outlined is very important for your organization and the communication skills, because it makes your organization go at the same level. Everybody is at the same level because you want to communicate same information at all levels using the communication skills. There is always a room for improvement in the communication skills. You should also know, because at times you can be at this level, you try to communicate. The higher you go, the different kind of communication skills are gained. So ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know more about communication skills, we got plenty of skills that as at now I couldn't put them or tell them to you, but the little information I've given you can help you understand why communication skill is very important. So follow us on Twitter, LinkedIn, and you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.